Good morning, everyone. Welcome in. 4 live Sunday morning inactives, late bets, late news. Connor Allen, what's going on, buddy?
Yeah, not too much. We were talking for about 30 seconds here before the show about what to do with Darnell Mooney and what impact that has if Drake London is out. I think there's still like MGM is a 43.5, Caesars is a 45.5, and Drake London officially out for the game per Rappaport. So I don't know. I mean, I think that's interesting. I also think the look that you had, which was uncorrelated look potentially, like after, because he's going to get a bump like right now, basically.
Correct. Yeah. So let it steam out a little bit, and then you'll probably get 4.5 receptions, and I think under 4.5 receptions, 70 plus yards or something like that. Team skew run heavy against Miami. I think I mean, first of all, you could do whatever you want against Miami.
Right.
Team skew touchdowns against Miami. So however they want to go about doing so, I wouldn't imagine they come in and pull, Kirk off the bench and just start like becoming a high volume passing offense without Drake London. So I know you have some thoughts on that too. But in terms of like the Mooney stuff or receivers there, does Kyle Pitts get a bump on National Tight End Day, Connor? Or is it just, your face is a no? But yeah, I think the Mooney uncorrelated is probably the best way to do it because it is going to steam. I do think we see 4.5 receptions.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we're already getting it pulled basically everywhere. It makes sense. And then it was already like, so Jake got in at 2.5, like minus crazy numbers, pretty widely 3.5, kind of after with like him like trending out / the random downgrade. And now I'm sure, yeah, we're gonna probably see some 4.5s or like very, very juicy 3.5s, but I don't know. I mean, probably 4.5 makes sense.
I think it gets to 4.5. Yeah, I really do. It already was this morning because I saw in Sharpstack, like the under 3.5. There was like a 3.5 and like plus 115. So we already had juicy 3.5s. I don't think there's any way it doesn't get to 4.5. So I think that's a decent uncorrelated look. We gave out a couple other. I mentioned T. Higgins. I thought was interesting. Tyler Warren. I thought those were interesting, uncorrelated looks. Like the under 4.5 reception, 70 plus range this week in terms of if you're looking to get those 10-1, 13-1 uncorrelated, which we've had some success with last couple of years, especially the last couple of weeks. I think those are probably pretty good looks. And Mooney throws himself onto the pile there with this news. So any other breaking stuff outside of that game or that specific stuff that you're looking for?
Not really. I guess DeAndre Swift active for week 8. Dalton Kincaid active. That's good. But yeah, I think that's all the big news there specifically. Like we got kind of some stuff earlier in the week. I think you just mentioned Golden uncorrelated as well. The Christian Watson props are like, how much do you think this guy plays? His props like 18 yards. I mean,
I don't know.
Like
another uncorrelated God, maybe, right? Like, are we gonna get 1.5 receptions?
It is, yeah, it's 1.5. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. Those are fun and risky, but we've hit those before. Yeah, for sure. So I don't know. Nelson Aguilar in the playoffs under 1.5, 30 plus. Like that's a a Gonzalez or a Watson look for sure. So yeah, I don't know how much he plays. They love mixing their guys in anyway. I'm on Romeo Dobbs. I think that was a soft 49.5 at open. But yeah, I mean, we also are going to have Dontavian Wicks out, right? So
yeah, Wicks out, which I think probably tightens it to like, and Golden's kind of banged up. So like,
yeah,
I guess the question is like, does Christian Watson come in and play over like Savion Williams and like Malik Heath or not? Because like, I think that's a real question. If he's ahead of them, then like, I mean, you should probably be taking like 40 plus, 50 plus yards and just hope he gets like a long one. But if not, then the uncorrelated is like a way better look because he's going to run like 10 deep routes and then hope one comes home. Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't think that they really, outside of Dobbs, like no one's really running north of 60-65% of the routes there, at least consistently. So I can't imagine that Watson comes off another injury like this and gets really pushed volume wise. It's just not how the Packers roll. So again, obviously how he wins, how Jordan Love wins, it's a perfect marriage. So that's why even unlimited route participation, big time yardage is in play there for sure.
Yeah, we got Debro chiming in here. Luther Burden overs potentially, which I think is kind of interesting against the Ravens here. I have no idea what to do with this game, to be honest. Yeah, Luther Burden 17.5. So I mean, yeah, you could sell me on that for sure.
Sure.
At that number, that's nothing. Yeah, Mooney's already up like 50 something. It looks like it's steaming. I'm gonna pull up Sharp Stack and get the nice little the gradients popping up here. Let's see here. Take this down. Put us in the corner. All right. Let's see here. Yeah, Mooney 52.5, FanDuel 54.5, ESPN bet. I think DraftKings just straight up pulled it, and then receptions. Yeah, there you go, 4.5 on FanDuel.
Yeah. Let's under 4.5, 70 plus. Fire it up.
Yeah,
it's another good uncorrelated look, in my opinion, for sure.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna play that before I forget here. It's kind of interesting because we're seeing this and we're seeing some numbers move. I don't know. I guess interestingly up on some of the Kirk Cousins stuff there. Bijan's number just continues to, balloon because you got to figure that he's going to get a ton of work. Let's see here, 17.5 carries, and then Tyler Algier 9.5 over under. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see like 20 and 12. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure. There's strong correlation with, sizable, strong game script for the Falcons and Algier getting a ton of work. So,
yeah,
I bet that early in the year at Carolina, it didn't work.
Yeah, the under attempts. I know that was crazy. Well, they lost 30-0. That was nuts. So I mean, if they lose 30-0 here, that'd be something.
Shocked. Yeah,
that'd be something. All right, we got some other like EV sharp stack plays. Kenneth Gainwell over 1.5 -182 is pretty interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to play from behind a little bit. They could be chucking it.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe some attempts looks for Rodgers, or 32.5 is not that much. They're going to try and run the ball, but I don't know how successful that'll be. But I don't know. Any Steelers Packers stakes there, real quick?
I thought, and then I think you maybe went there last week. It's maybe why you're reluctant to go back, because I thought you might go under on rushing attempts. I don't know how much you looked at going back to the well on Jaylen Warren, 14.5. I thought it was a little high, to be honest.
That is high.
My brain doesn't always work that way. So when I see it, I'm like, that feels like a little bit much. But I was thinking too, I want to say you played that and lost on it in the last week or two. So
yeah,
I know sometimes you get, I'm the same way. You're reluctant to go back to the well on something that burned you, but that seemed like a bigger number to me.
I think, let's see here. When did I play it? I think it was against the Browns, wasn't it? Maybe, yeah. It was 2 weeks ago, and I played under, like, I don't know, 14 or something like that. And I think that, or maybe he was inactive or something like that. But yeah, he had 16 last week against the Bengals, 11 the week prior against the Browns. And then the game before that, he had 18 against the Patriots. Both the Browns and Patriots games were wins, which is interesting. And then he saw 80% of the carries against Cincinnati last week in a game that they lost. But it was like kind of like a high scoring back and forth game. So it wasn't necessarily like negative game script. But if they do get a negative game script, then, 15 plus carries it's
rich.
That's a lot. Yeah. Also, like, do we think he maintains an 80% carry share?
No.
Probably not. I think, like, that just seems, we never even had that at all this season early. But he did absolutely crush 127, but it was against the Bengals, right? Like, it's just like the back and forth here. The Bengals stink.
Correct. It matters. Also, I'm surprised that Josh Jacobs number 16.5 feels light to me. If you're thinking it's a positive Packers game script, 16.5 is, I think, baking in some risk that the ankle's still an issue or he's still sick or something like that. I don't know. I feel like he's routinely 17.5, 18.5. So seeing some, plus money 16.5s out there at sharp books is a little surprising to me. It's on my list for the week, and it's kind of sat, or if anything, it's moved towards the under, which I don't know, a little puzzling to me.
Yeah, that is kind of interesting. Man, it's interesting. I don't know, anything else. I guess my last parting note was that I think that Justin Fields is going to have a good day. He's going to have a good game today. And you want to know something crazy is I'm going to build 20 DFS lineups. I'm going to do like a 20 max. I'm just going to lock Justin Fields and let the Sims do the rest.
Shit. You're in. All right. Okay.
Well, I mean, I just think that like we've been betting on him against like good defenses, and the Bengals defense is like really bad. And so remember week 1 against the Steelers? Like, I mean, they had Garrett Wilson, right? But he put up like 30 something fantasy points. You know what I mean? Like he crushed. So I don't know. Like I think he still sucks, but like he doesn't suck enough to get yanked again. He can't get benched basically now because Tyrod's out. So I don't know. Gonna run a ton. I think probably. It's crazy.
Lock in 100% Justin Fields in a week without Garrett Wilson is it's a hot take. It's hot. It's very hot.
Sorry, tournament only. I want to clarify. Tournament only.
Oh
like
no,
20 max. Sure. Yeah, I don't know. He's also like dirt cheap, so you can jam in like Jonathan Taylor or Bijan or like both of them. Maybe CMC too. So like. Yeah, I know it's a crazy.
You probably want to bring it back with Chase or Higgins for sure, right?
Yep, one of those, and then probably mix in some Arian Smith and Mason Taylor. Yeah, I know. Justin Fields is going to win me $1 million today. Just wait.
I love it. I think you can mix in a little bit of Brees, right? Like because that's how Justin Fields wins, right? Yeah. Just a check down to Brees. The Brees houses from like 60, 70 yards.
Yeah.
Like that's how you get there. Like I'm joking. I actually don't think it's a bad spot either. You've been pretty passionate for a couple of years of taking these stands against Justin Fields. I do think the matchup is definitely softer than some of the other stuff that we've seen. I also have an Andy Dalton lineup today, so I'm not the one to be talking about bad quarterback play in DFS lineups. So you got to get there. However you're going to get there.
Me and Steve and Chris were building like a Wildcat lineup last night just for fun. Like we're sitting at a bar watching college football, splitting a Wildcat, like the 3-3-3, and we have Andy Dalton in our lineup. I tried to convince him on Fields, they couldn't get there, but yeah, we're running an Andy Dalton, Tet, James Cook bring back. I think I don't know.
Okay, my Andy Dalton's way less exciting. I think who's involved in that.
Oh my gosh, look at
a little bit of XL and with Kincaid. So, it's disgusting. It's disgusting.
Oh, that's amazing.
It's a FanDuel lineup. It's gross. Yeah, I'm going to push out a couple of tackles here for subscribers here momentarily. I have 3 written up. I'm going to, I think, maybe do at least one more and then have a list of others that are not widely available but are out there if you have some of the softer books. So subscribe. Also, you can get the Sharp Stack tool for free right now. If you're seeing this for the first time, it's a top-down EV betting tool, one of the many tools here in the suite. You can see on the side, too, with ARBs, middles. If you're playing in the Pick'em streets, the EV tool kind of feeds the Pick'ems the same way. Odd screens, obviously, games and props, and then market-based projections, too. And then for all sports, obviously, we're doing football today, but if you're grinding the NBA, college football, however you want to get down, any sport, it's all in here. So again, free 7-day trial, 4for4.com/plans. You can use promo code MTL50 for 50% off your first month if you want to check it out after that. So pretty great, easy way to stack, 5 weeks for dirt cheap. If you have any questions, let us know. Happy to help. Continue to add new things. You can see here the gradient changes we're adding where you can see, where these are popping now. Hashtag no days off for the Sharp Stack crew, making sure that we're making the best product available for you guys. So all right, Connor, anything else for the people?
No, that's it. When I come back $1 million richer because of Justin Fields, I'll probably have to donate some to his charity for all the amount of times that I have spewed it. Justin Fields hate. But if he, inevitably, fucks me and ends up with like 12 fantasy points, I will continue to hate the living shit out of that man. So
yeah, I think that's what this is. It's a just self-fulfilling prophecy of like just doubling down on the hate.
Yeah.
He hasn't really actually, you don't like him, but I don't think he's cost you a lot of money in the last chunk
I've
of time.
won he's made me so much money. Like the worst team bets on like the Bears and like a couple other ones and like the unders. Like I've just bet his under every time he's a starter basically, and it's been like everyone is won. At least team total wise or team win wise, and then a bunch of passing yard unders. But yes, he's definitely won me money. I don't know why. It's just the Fields, the stands. That's why I don't like him, is because
I get
the stands are insufferable.
Yeah, I gotta go build the Fields, Brees.
Let's go.
Chase lineup, I think now, just for get a little bit of the action. Yeah, gotta do it. So, all right, come on back tomorrow, Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Connor and I will talk about what we saw today, talk about some Monday Night Football stuff, and look ahead to Week 9. Man, Week 9,
crazy.
It's wild. We're flying through this. So appreciate that. Subscribe again. Move the line wherever you listen to podcasts. 4 live on the YouTube channel. For Connor, I'm Ryan. We'll see you all next time. Good luck, everybody.